His Royal Highness Ọba Ẹniìtàn Babátúndé Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀jájá II. Kábíyèsí o. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Yes, Kábíyèsí has been in a very celebratory mood, thanking God. I think for the last 1 month, it's been celebration galore in Baba's house, in Baba's palace, sorry. Kábíyèsí celebrated his 51st birthday about a month ago, and they had some other festivals, major festivals, and now he's celebrating his 10 years on the throne of his fathers. Yes, he's 51 this year and he's celebrating 10 years of being on the throne. So you do the math. Kábíyèsí is one of the young king in age, but in every other thing, of course, he's not young. We can't even say a Kábíyèsí is young, right? So it's a good thing to celebrate 10 years. Lórí àpèrè bàbá wọn is not small thing. Anything you're doing, all the other Oloris, see from Olori Mariam Anako was absent. We have Olori Toby present. Olori, no, let's take it from the order. The first person, Olori Mariam Anako, who is absent. Second Olori is Olori Ajimuda Elizabeth Ogunwusi. She was present. Yeah. We have also, I think the third Olori is Olori Toby Phillips Ogunwusi present. And we also have Olori Ashley very present. We also have Olori Aderunke very present, and we have Olori Temitope. Now the seventh Olori where Kábíyèsí mentioned that Ashingano Sikwe Tani seventh Olori Oni. We'll bring that apropos to you in another podcast. We'll bring it to you. But this one, we want to talk about Kábíyèsí. Should we say he was throwing social shades at his estranged wife, Olori Naomi? Maybe, maybe not. But we're going to play a clip for you. Listen to it, and so that you can understand the context of this discussion.
They are my pillar and my strength and my support. Thank you very much.
So this is Kábíyèsí saying his wives, his Oloris are his pillar, his strength, and his support. And in the video here where we got from one of the bloggers, I think CTH TV or something, had Olori Afolashade standing, Olori Aderunke standing, and Olori Temitope standing. But the way he said it, he's thanking all his Oloris. You know, he's not just saying, oh, just these three out of his other Oloris.
Sultan used to make fun of me. That Kábíyèsí, why are you single?
He said the Sultan, His Royal Highness, the Sultan of Sokoto, always made fun of him to be like, Mr. Oba, why are you going around with one Olori? You know, that used to make fun of him. You know the way men make fun of each other to be like, you a old king. What's in the happen way now? Just one king. No be like that. So thank God. They're just putting a just out. But the way Kábíyèsí said it, that Sultan used to make fun of him to be like, what's it happen? Why only one woman? Let's hear the remaining.
What's your problem? Go and look for a queen now. Eventually, I got another queen. By force, by fire. Sultan said, you're always going around with this queen. The queen left me. To the glory of God, God now blessed me with 7 more. Am I not trying? Sultan still want me to continue. Please, everyone.
Did we hear that part? Again, so many there.
For a queen now. Eventually, I got another queen. By force, by fire. Sultan said, you're always going around with this queen. The queen left me. To the glory of God, God now blessed me with 7 more. Am I not trying? Sultan still want me to continue. Please, let me warn him. Please, you can be seated. They're not.
You hear him? That is our own Kábíyèsí Ọ̀ọ̀nìrìṣà. Bàbá wa Babátúndé Ẹniìtàn Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀jájá II, saying that Sultan used to, yab him to be like, what are you doing with one queen now and everything? And the queen left him. And now he has 7 queens. The question we are now asking is, Olori Mariam, Olórí Elizabeth Ajimuda, Olórí Olúwatóbilọ́ba Phillips, Olórí Ashley, Olórí Adérónkẹ́, Olórí Tèmítọ́pẹ́. There are 6 now. Mo ní kábíyèsí ti rí 7. Okay, a lot of us we want to hear, but we'll bring it to you. Maybe we'll just do a short video for that one, and so that you can see with the evidence that it is being shared online. No, we'll do that one in this one. It's not something like that one. I can't play it. We have to see the screenshots of an evidence. But kábíyèsí ni kábíyèsí á máa jẹ́. If kábíyèsí says he has 7, orí wọn gbé, àyà wọn gbà. If kábíyèsí says he's going to marry more than 50 women, orí wọn gbé, àyà wọn gbà. Every woman coming into kábíyèsí's life, let's even say from after Olori Naomi, right? Every woman that came into his life or that has been in his life knows that he is a polygamist. Nígbà tó fẹ́ gbogbo àwọn obìnrin òrékelẹ́wà mẹ́fà yìí. Sorry about the noise of the airplane. Nígbà tí kábíyèsí fẹ́ àwọn obìnrin mẹ́fà yìí, right? None of them can say that they didn't know they were walking into polygamy. They knew they were going into polygamy, and they came in with their full chest. Because I can imagine Kabiyesi have this beautiful 6 or 7 women, like he said 7. So I'm using Kabiyesi's words to say it's 7 Oloris that he has now. Now, when Olori Naomi was around, this beautiful, successful, educated, use any other adjective you want to use. These women were in the picture already, right? So definitely there's going to be a hit to the queen at that time. There is no way, okay, you married your husband, okay, me and my husband, you know that your husband, they cut eye for outside, it's okay. But when you're now having women, will be, even one of them is old enough to be Naomi's mother. I don't want to mention him. I'm not shaming anybody here. One of them is old enough to be Naomi's mom. The others are not old enough to be her mom, but are aunties. So, and they are dating the king, and you are married to the king. And of course, dating the king doesn't mean they have their chalet, they come around and everything. There is no way there won't be distraction. Even for a lot of monogamy setting, is you and your husband doing life and everything, and your husband have side chick. Most women pick it up. Something just tells them to be like, this man is off. Something is going on. You will just know. There's a way you... No, I'm not saying every woman will know, but there are some women, they are very sensitive in spirit. But boy, it's off. Some will not even give themselves a dick. Girlfriend because some women, they love their mental health. They don't especially àwọn obìnrin tó sì tètè gbọ́n pé mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò lè wá para mi àlùbáríkà. Mr. Man, tó bá ti lọ ń ṣe làgàlàgà ń ta, wọ́ṣọ́ o. Ìmí àti ẹ̀ma wọ̀n ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ pé mi ò ní o má ní girlfriend. Èmi ò gbọ́mọ o, mi ò dẹ̀ gbàyàwó o, n tó bá wọ̀n ẹ̀ ni kò ṣe ń tà. Ọ̀ bó bá fẹ́ fẹ́ yàwó mi tètè jẹ́ ká mọ̀. Bọ̀ má gbọ́ ìyàwó wá bá mi inú ilé mi o. Ìmí máa tètè bí eré bí àwàdà. Ọkọ ẹ̀ náà ti mọ̀ pé ìyàwó mi yìí kò lè gbé ilé, ìyàwó mi lè gbé ilé, whatever. It's not a slavery arrangement. It is called a marriage. If a man wants to go outside to stretch leg, tó dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé ó ti lọ fi kinní kan, tó ti dáràn. If you still have the marriage of the house to use, and most of the time when men are cheating, I'm diversing a bit. When men are cheating, they usually, I didn't say all the time, I'm picking my words. They usually end up maltreating the person they are cheating on. And they are very nice, considerate, and loving to that person they are cheating with. ọkùnrin níyàwó, wọ́n jọ wà papọ̀, wọ́n jọ ń ṣayé wọn, right? ọkùnrin á decide láti ní side chick níta. Most of the time, mi sọ pé all the time o, ọkùnrin ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa fi attention jẹyàwó lé, care jẹyàwó lé, fi owó jẹyàwó lé, máa show attitude of non-charlatans that you don't really, bóyá ọkùnrin tẹ́ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ máa wò ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé ìyàwó mi you look fine, ìyàwó mi kí ló tún fẹ́ rà, kí ni kí n fún ẹ. ọkùnrin ó máa fi àwọn attention nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ á fi máa jẹ̀yàwó lé yẹn. bó ṣe rí side chick tó wà ń ta, oh you look beautiful, oh you are the best thing after sliced bread, oh you smell very nice. Some men will even be showing their stupidity. They'll be telling their girlfriends or their side chicks that ìyàwó lé mi dọ̀tí gan, ìyàwó lé mi ò mọ oúnjẹ sè, ìyàwó lé mi. This is an adult discussion. It's a diversification, but it's what is happening. Where I'm going to is, a lot of people slammed Queen Naomi at that time when she left. But kò sóbìnrin láàárọ̀ ayé ẹ̀, even kò jọ̀sán kó jálẹ̀, tó máa pàdé ọkùnrin tó ní ipò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, tó handsome bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, tó mọ tọ́lọ́run fún gbogbo package yẹn, tí ò ní fẹ́ páì síbẹ̀ pé I go nowhere. ẹlòmíì gan wàláì kó máa rí iná níwájú ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ báyìí àti lálálẹ́ kó tó sùn, kò ní kúrò ní palace yẹn. I prefer kí gbogbo ìyà tó bá fẹ́ jẹ òun àbí gbogbo whatever tójú òun bá ń rí kóun máa rí, but á lóun kúrò ń bẹ̀ pé ṣèbí kóun ti lọ pàtí, tó bá ti lọ pàtí kóun fẹ́ yín sí kámẹ́rà ni. But whoever, you cannot blame a pain that you've not experienced. ẹni tó ti wọ̀ ló mọ̀ wípé ẹ̀mí ti fẹ́ jábọ́, ohun tóun rí ó ju ẹ̀mí òun lọ, tó dẹ̀ fi ṣe kíni, tó ṣe gáfárà, tó súnmọ́ wájú. But I've noticed that most times her-Ooni is doing something very important like this. This is not the first time Kabiyesi is saying it. Good evening for all those joining us. You're so much welcome. I'm going to play the few seconds clip again for you to listen. Let me just quickly do that. Then we'll continue with our analysis.
They are my pillar and my strength and my support. Thank you very much. Sometimes you used to make fun of me. That is why you single. What's your problem? Go and look for a queen now. Eventually, I got another queen. By force, by fire. Sometimes say, you're always going around with this queen. The queen left me. To the glory of God, God now blessed me with 7 more. Am I not right? Sometimes you want me to continue. Please let me warn him. 1 million. Please, you can be seated.
Shegbo, he was going around with one queen, and Sultan told him, go and marry another one. He married another one. That one too left me, according to him. Then, after that one left, he replaced her with 7 queens. 6 làwọn mọ̀ Kábíyèsí, but 7 yẹn àti láìdé ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀ ń sọ. Àdèmàṣe ní podcasts. So, like I said, Kábíyèsí has committed no crime. He has done nothing wrong by marrying women. They are adults, full-fledged adults. In fact, some of them have had 1 or 2 children before. So they are not babies, they are adults, and they are adults that they know what they are entering into. It's not, we can't compare them to Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi was young, inexperienced. She knows sea front. Let's use it like that, not in an insultive way, because that's not what we do here. So we cannot compare. Even these days, a man is a man. Forget the fact that he's a president. He's a governor, he's a shoemaker, he's a banker, he's a bricklayer. A man is a man with their ego at 101%, with their good side and their bad sides. Just the way we women have our own good sides and we have our bad sides. When we come together as a couple to marry, we just hope to be happy that, okay, I'm going to make her happy. But instead of come and make her happy, sometimes even two good people might not make a good marriage. I'll repeat what I said. Sometimes two good people, oh, he's a good man, oh, she's a good woman, they can come together and still not make a good marriage. I'm sure we have a lot of mature people on this platform that can relate to what I'm saying. For just whatever reason, love is not enough. And all about to want to marry, to 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they will tell you that love is not enough. This is not a muse and booms of, she met the prince. The prince in his shining armor. And they kissed. And then they live happily ever after. There's more to marry than meeting and hoping to live happily ever after. Before you can qualify to say happily ever after, for 30, 40, 50 years. Right? Even if it's shorter, for it to work, you will know that marriage is hard work. And honestly, some women are not even ready to do the hard work anymore. Ẹlòmíì ti ṣe hard work in first marriage. Èmi ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ pin. Ẹlòmíì ti ṣe hard work in first marriage. Ojú ẹ̀ ti bó. Ẹlòmíì ti ṣe hard work in lórí first marriage. The prep ti fẹ́ pa. Ẹlòmíì ti ṣe hard work ní first marriage. Ó ti lose booming career. Ó ti lose business. Ó ti wọ gbèsè. Kò tẹ́ mọ direction to life òun fẹ́ lọ. Or kò build ara even when she was in a marriage. So when those kind of women who have experienced this bad side of marriage now sit down and decide to be on their own, either voluntarily or they were sent out of the marriages, some just want to breathe. And that's why you find some women who have given their everything to their marriages, their resources, their time, their love, their attention, their care, without getting it back. You know, we react to things differently. Some women could start lumi by wafa ile pon mi 6 feet nbe. Elumi de carry the prep to nse o ko ma jẹun ni mo ma add weight ni cortisol level ma spike. To ye pe gbogbo ojú ma wa puffy, gbogbo ara kan tóbi, gbogbo okun kan tóbi. I rò pé it is your body responding, it's your body trying to guide you against what you're going through. Your environment has a lot to do with how you feel and how you look. Some people, the moment they hear their husbands talk about today to ti gbọ́ ohùn mọ́tò ẹ̀ pípípí, wàhálà alẹ́ ayé ẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ọkọ ẹ̀ máa ṣe ìkìkì bó bá ṣe máa gbé blood pressure nìyẹn. But when on the other side you have a good home, you have a loving man who still cares for you, you cares for him, the moment you hear his horn, you will even go and welcome him from the door or from his car. Then you start being your baby girl again. You're cooing into his ears, you're cuddling, you're gisting, you're checking his eyes, you're checking how tired he is, you're running his water for bath and everything. Now, you can't compare these two scenarios, Moshe. But, kíní kan báwo ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ, orí la àyànmọ́ àbí orí ni kíní kan, àyànmọ́ ni kádàrá. What works for Mrs. A might not work for Mrs. B. Àdúrà tá a máa ṣe ni pé ẹni tó bá ti yàn tí ò yàn dáadáa, as long as there is life, there is still hope if that is what you want. Don't ever rora ẹpin. As long as they are alive, there's nothing that is impossible. Yes, you need time to heal. Yes, you need time to decide if you want to stay. Yes, you need time, because sometimes some of these experiences send some women to mental homes. Sherry, obìnrin tí ò bá ní problem no marriage tí marriage ò fi lákàlàkà, tí ò ṣe jìgìjìgì, kò mọ nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run ṣe fún òun. Let me say it in English. As a woman, if you don't have challenges, as in serious challenging, shaky challenges, we go shake you like this, where your kidney, your liver go shake, if you don't have that kind of issues in your marriage, you do not know what God in heaven has done for you. This is not to say that women who don't have that experience, that God doesn't love them. Gbogbo Ọlọ́run fẹ́ràn papọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n àyànmọ́ ni kádàrá. And the moment you realize that, yes, you have a part to play in the well-being of your marriage or how to make it work. But at the same time, marriage is for two human beings, two mature, intentional human beings who are ready to make it work. But the moment one person has logged out mentally, logged out financially, logged out tatally, logged out psychologically, you ma ni. Because you can't keep being married to yourself. That means a lot of people are married but single. This is not shading anybody here. This is a very mature platform. It's not to shade anybody. Tori, what about I'm a good wife? I cannot leave my husband. Do you know if your husband is already preparing breakfast where you go chop tomorrow morning? Are you there? So we just use this to enlighten ourselves to be like, life itself sometimes is not fair. Every Nigerian woman wants to get married and stay in that marriage. That's the truth. We are so culturally wired that as a Nigerian black woman, when you get married to your husband, you just want to make it work. You hold on, you pray, you fast, you forigbole, you yile, you go to the altar, you go to the mountain to pray, you will go to church, you will do tithe, you will do sahara, you do offering. Because a Nigerian woman wants to be in her husband's house. But these days now, millennials want to throw the ball. I think a lot of, like somebody said, I don't know what statistics the person quoted and said, 60-70% of millennials, right, are now single mothers. You can check online the age bracket of millennials, but if you're in your 40s, you understand what I'm trying to say. That majority of them have ended up being single mothers, not because they want to be. And some are still in their marriages that are, at the snap of the finger, they are almost out. Like you say, we don't dish people here, we don't drag anybody here. Nǹkan táyé bá kọjú sí ẹ, tọ́lọ́run bá dà sí ẹ lágbádá, má ṣe kí ni? Beyond it. Bí kábíyèsí náà ṣe sọ pé he was alone. Sultan was teasing him to say, Oga, go and marry another wife now. He married the another queen. The queen too left him. Now he has 7 wives. Now the cocoa is that people are throwing shades at Kabiyesi to say, Kabiyesi, must you say this thing? You've always said it at events. Yes, we know she's the one that says she's not doing anymore. And if we look at Queen Naomi in the league of all the current wife of Ooni, she's still like the youngest, the most tender of them all, right? And ìwọ tó wá kéré jù. I'm not using kéré in a way to downplay Naomi or to no. That's not, but you get what I mean. In age, okay, let's say in age or in profile, yeah. Naomi is the youngest, but she's still the one that was able to call the bluff of the king, which is not, I will not say I agree to coming to online to come and divorce husband. But am I going to blame her? No. Now she know wetin the king do am. Now the king know wetin he do for am. So that one is not my concern. But is it the right way to come online to split with your husband? No. But like I said, I am not a judge. And I'm not inside that marriage to know what they did for each other. But honestly, in life, when you make your decision, and I'm always telling people, Shara want you kin rojo, and bring you kin sorrow, because Naomi is very composed, calculated, and calm. Kò sí látijọ́ tí Kábíyèsí ti introduce Naomi sí wa, our online in-laws. A gbọ́ pé Naomi bẹ́ anybody jà rí. A gbọ́ pé bóyá ó sọ̀rọ̀ síyàn kan badly rí. Àti ẹ̀rí bó ṣe máa ń wà lórí program pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ máa ń lọ program ẹ̀. A rí kó jágbe mọ́yàn rí àbí kó fojú burúkú wòyàn rí. No. She lived to that her calling of being a prophetess. Nobody has ever said, ó ná èèyàn kan àbí kárí kó ṣe kíní kan fún cameraman kan àbí kó máa tẹ̀lé jagajaga. God gave her that composure. Bọ́lọ́run ṣe máa ń dirí ẹwà fákùkọ. I don't know how to say that in English. You see a cock. What's that thing on their head? That soft, fleshy part. Now, beauty where God give cock come life. That's the best way I can explain it. That's the kind of beauty God has given her. And every woman has her own peculiar and unique beauty. But when she saw that the marriage wasn't serving her anymore, and the best way was to come and do that thing online, she did it. And she moved on. So Kabiyesi is here to get over her. He's here to get, well, if you don't use it like that, you can say he's here to get over the shock, because I see no reason why Kabiyesi is still saying it. Kabiyesi tó sọ̀rọ̀ sórí adé o, àkànṣe analysis ni o, because ẹ̀yin náà lẹ sọ o. Ẹni tó dárúkọ Sultan pé Sultan lórí kẹtù lọ fẹ́ ìyàwó. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ ni àṣebáyín gbà o. Okay, so but for Kabiyesi always, I think this is the second or third time he's saying it at important functions like this, that the Queen left him. Baba is still heartbroken. And it's okay. There are some pains there's nothing you can do about it. You just find a way to live through it. Some people have been like, the 7 women, when it comes to husband and wife or man and woman matter, or àdánwò mà ni. We could just shook mouth respectfully and come out our mouths, because it rains everywhere. A lot of women that are in polygamy marriage, your husband is still communicating with his ex. Now, even the ex, they know what is going on in your own house. So look at your kid. So, but Kabiyesi said it's out, and that is why we're analyzing that. Maybe you still have soft spot for Olori Naomi. He's still pained, of course, yes, because there's no comparison. Queen left me and I replaced that with 7. But Kabiyesi ni wọ́n àlè ní Kabiyesi máa sọ̀rọ̀, èèyàn kì í dárò mọ́ orí adé lẹ́nu. Kabiyesi has said it, and that is it. So for the new friends that joined us, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. I'll just play the 48 seconds video again, then round up.
You are my pillar and my strength and my support. Thank you very much. Sometimes you used to make fun of me. That Kabiyesi, why are you single? What's your problem? Go and look for a queen now. Eventually I got another queen. By force, by fire. Sometimes say, you're always going around with this queen. The queen left me. To the glory of God, God now blessed me with 7 more. Am I not right? Sometimes you want me to continue. Please let me warn him. Please, you can be seated.
So ṣe pé Kábíyèsí ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, àwa kọ́ la sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. So what can you make out of this? Please drop your comments respectfully. Orí adé là ń analyze nǹkan tó sọ. Ó gba ẹnu Kábíyèsí láti sọ. Ó dà gba ẹnu Kábíyèsí láti sọ pé Sultan sọ wípé káwọn tún fẹ́yàwó sí, to include more wives to his current 7. And the question I'm going to end this with is, who is Kábíyèsí's 7th wife? That's another apropos assignment tí Kábíyèsí ti fún our online in-laws, àwa múlùúdùn. Àwọn máa analyze nǹkan. And we analyze it in a respectful and very tactful way. Because that's how we learn, and that's how we realize that if you think now only your house it rain, na lie they lie you. It rains everywhere. Things happen, especially in marriages, that we can't afford to call anybody a failure when it comes to marriages. Some people have a very good husband, very good wife, enjoying their marriage, and maybe something just happened, one of them just passed away, and the surviving one just lose track of life and never enjoy marriage again. Ṣáwọn yẹn ṣẹ lọ́hùn ni? Wọ́n ṣẹ lọ́hùn. Àkúnlẹ̀yàn òun làdáyébá ń tọ́lọ́dùmarè àgbàdo tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè bá dà sí wa lágbàdá ká máa ṣe ká focus lórí ká máa yan ká dẹ̀ wá hopeful ká believe pé things can always get better. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.